Kendon Training e-learning. Safety made simple. Understanding asbestos for managing agents. There are legal requirements that specify what is necessary in order to manage asbestos in communal areas of residential blocks. These fall under the Control of Asbestos Regulations 2012. Frequently asked questions. Do all properties need a survey? In accordance with the Control of Asbestos Regulations 2012, individuals responsible for the management of non-domestic premises and common parts of residential blocks have a duty to manage the risks posed by asbestos. This even includes very small common areas, such as a lift motor room or boiler house. If a building was constructed prior to 2000, it may contain asbestos materials and therefore a survey is required. What type of survey do I need? For day-to-day identification and management purposes, an asbestos management survey conducted by a competent person is recommended as a minimum to comply with the regulations. Prior to any refurbishment works, a refurbishment and demolition survey is required to establish asbestos materials that may be concealed within the fabric of the building in otherwise inaccessible areas. How is a survey carried out? A survey must be carried out by a competent person. This is an individual with adequate training, experience, and suitable protective equipment. The Health and Safety Executive provide guidance on the correct procedures to be followed when surveying and sampling for asbestos, referred to as HSG 264, Asbestos, the Survey Guide. What do I need to do with the survey once completed? The survey document should be carefully reviewed to identify any locations that are noted as positive for asbestos material. Dependent on the level of risk, it may be necessary to encapsulate or remove certain asbestos products. Using a competent and in some circumstances licensed contractor. Where an asbestos product is in good condition and is undisturbed, often it can remain in place. However, there are certain duties that you will need to fulfill for any asbestos materials that remain in situ. What is management in place? Asbestos materials that remain in situ require regular monitoring to ensure that deterioration or disturbance has not occurred, posing an increased risk of fibre release. This is referred to as management in place. The monitoring inspections should be carried out by a competent person and the results documented. Important note: if you have previously commissioned a management survey and the results are negative for any asbestos, this does not exclude the need for a refurbishment and demolition survey prior to any invasive building works. A refurbishment and demolition survey must be conducted for all pre-2000 constructions, prior to refurbishment work considering any concealed areas including the following: voids, internal partitioning, or lift shafts. Informing others of the risk. Information regarding the locations of asbestos material must be shared with all contractors that are appointed to work on the premises. A copy of the asbestos survey document must be provided prior to work commencement to establish whether asbestos may be disturbed as part of the work activity.